Chicago cafe. The chefs are the best and the menus are so gourmet. The best cuisine on the scene is in Chicagoland, USA. Great chefs of Chicago. Great chefs of Chicago. World-class cooking, continental style. The recipe will make you linger a little while. Great chefs of Chicago.
Welcome to Great Chefs of Chicago, a television masterclass with chefs of some of the finest restaurants in the Chicago metropolitan area. This time, Ombria and chef owner Gabino Sotolino. After apprenticeship in his native Spain, he spanned the world, cooking from Hong Kong to Montreal and Paris to Istanbul. He came to Chicago and eventually became partners with Richard Melman, whose trendy restaurants had already made waves in the city. Ombria and a companion bistro, Un Gran Café, are housed in the Belden Stratford Hotel in the fashionable Lincoln Park area. The dining room is like the grand hotels of Europe, but Chef Gabino's menu reflects the times and culinary trends. Ombria is one of the city's stars, and Gabino Sotolino is the architect of the menu. He is fond of saying that one also eats with the eyes, a principle borne out by the menu for this program.
The hors d'oeuvre calls for fresh salmon and the tedious but necessary removal of small bones from the underside. The good news is that they only go halfway back the fillet. Slice the salmon very thinly. Chef Sotolino offers 2 slices per serving. The dish is hardly complicated once the salmon slices are completed. The only other components are red onion slices, lime, half a hard-boiled egg yolk, creme fraiche, caviar, and capers. The rest of the dish is presentation and an impressive display of the chef's deep interest in and facile use of garnish. A chive is used for accent.
Put a petal of a rose, red to match the color.
A rose petal serves as the container for the half egg yolk, chopped.
Garniture.
You can make your own creme fraiche by heating 1 cup cream and 1 teaspoon buttermilk to 85 degrees. Let the mixture stand until thickened, then stir gently. Refrigerate until needed. The crease in the creme fraiche will hold beluga caviar.
Okay, take some beluga. That's just the trick. All the
The appetizer, wild mushroom mousse, begins with 8 ounces each of dried ceps and stem shiitake mushrooms. Chanterelles and morels may be substituted.
Now, half a galley only. Half a dento galley.
Chopped garlic and shallots will be briefly sautéed in olive oil. Wild mushroom mousse is an example of Ombria's recognition of America's love affair with lighter dining. Here, substituting mushrooms for meat.
This thing over here. Now.
The mushroom, shallot, garlic mixture is seasoned with salt and freshly ground pepper, then flamed with about 2 tablespoons Madeira wine. Two tablespoons of ruby port are added, and the mixture will be reduced until virtually all the liquid is evaporated. The mixture should come to room temperature before processing.
Okay.
The chef has added 2 eggs, nutmeg, sage, and salt and pepper. Creme fraiche is finally added. The filled buttered molds are tapped sharply to remove air bubbles.
Start to boil it over here.
The mousse molds are placed in hot water, covered with foil, and baked in a 325-degree oven for a half an hour. Now the chef begins the sauce. It starts with a reduction. Sautéed chopped shallots and 2 cups of rosé champagne are already in the pan. Chef Sodalino prefers rosé for the color it will lend to the finished sauce. Fresh orange juice and lemon juice are added. Seedless grapes are halved and added to the reducing liquid. Here's the correct consistency of the final reduction.
The end is almost like a syrup in the bottom.
Heavy cream is added. This version of a beurre blanc is topped off with 1/2 pound of unsalted butter gradually added. Notice that Chef Sodalino accomplishes this simply by moving the pan and not by whisking. Langoustines, small spiny lobsters, are peeled and deveined, then sautéed in olive oil. They resemble shrimp, but Chef Gabino feels their subtle flavor is more suitable for this dish. An expensive flourish of sliced truffle and some American caviar complete the garnish.
This is 1 pound of lobster. Go cut the vein again. Remove it. And cut it in scallops.
The lobster medallions will be presented with 3 vegetable combinations, 1 with truffles. Each of the combinations are dressed with olive oil and vinegar before assembly. Chef Sodolino begins with red leaf lettuce and mâche, a currently fashionable green similar to watercress. The second combination is blanched green beans.
This can be a salad that can be used also as a main course and do the same thing.
And braised artichoke bottoms.
Split it in half and again cut in button. Now, that one go here and this one go here.
The final combination includes blanched carrots and truffles. The presentation of this dish is a good example of what has made Ombria a first-line restaurant in Chicago. Chef Sodolino more or less blueprints a dish he's invented. In fact, the walls of the kitchen are dotted with photographs and sketches that serve as visual guides for the staff. A second dressing called cassis accompanies the lobster and consists of 1 teaspoon Dijon mustard, the juice of 2 lemons and 1 lime, 3 tablespoons of fresh or canned black currants, and 1 ounce each of white wine and black currant vinegar. 1/2 cup of walnut oil is then whisked into this mixture, completing lobster and 3 salads.
This is 2.5 pounds mallard duck grown over here in Wisconsin. The salt. And the skillet, the saute, very hot. Look at the big.
The mallard breast is paired with an obligatory vegetable, red cabbage sautéed in bacon fat.
Take a slice of bacon, any bacon be fine. Split it kind of about 2 inches long, lengthwise. And a little more. Now I will put the garlic.
The garlic cloves are blanched and unpeeled. Bay leaf and fresh thyme are added.
I put a little base olive, a little fresh springtime, and few called mirepoix.
Mirepoix is a melange of aromatics. Here, chopped carrot, onion, and celery with some sliced mushrooms. At Ombria, the breast is cooked at 500 degrees for 6 minutes to medium rare. Most home ranges would probably require a longer cooking time. Use an instant thermometer to ensure degree of doneness desired. Julienned red cabbage seasoned with salt and ground black pepper is added to the hot bacon. Note that Chef Gabino does not add wine or other liquids generally used in braising cabbage. Cover the dish, but guard against burning by stirring often. The cabbage cooks for about 10 minutes.
Now we go check the cabbage again. Otherwise you burn the cabbage. You need to constantly try to move it up because it's not liquid. It's just only the moisture of the cabbage and the fat of the bacon. It's almost done. That's done. Now our duck should be ready to come out. Well, yes. Now, you should take the duck, not cut it right away. You need to leave it relax a little bit because I like the game a little red. Have a time to set down a little bit.
Chef Gabino removes the cooked aromatics with a slotted spoon, and the fat is removed from the pan before the sauce is started.
The fat, you don't want a sauce that it will be fat. I thought that
the pan is deglazed with a little Armagnac, an expensive brandy.
aroma to this place over there. And some Armagnac, just a little bit, to make a little burn. Armagnac go very good with the game also. And then we go use it's a Pinot Noir from California. You do them beautifully for this kind of the thing. Now this you need to reduce. Now it's time to put it back again, except that we take the garlic cloves out. I don't know if you ever taste garlic cloves, but there's a very nice taste in your with the game. When you take this, if you are it's cooked, it's beautiful. Use it as a garniture. Now this is the way I like my duck look like when I taste it. The reason I take this one out is because I want to put it back with the sauce.
The duck backbone will go into the developing sauce.
The wing bone a little tough. However, some people like to chew in the. And it's a good decorative. Let me show you in the end how I like to do it. See, that's the way I like my duck. Pink. Reduce almost to the end. Now we put this.
Rich duck stock and green peppercorns are added to the sauce.
And we put a little bit of peppercorn and smash a little bit to give a little type of what we try to achieve is what the Chinese try to do, sweet and sour, you know, but not really. We cut our duck. Use a slice knife. It is always better. And how you cut the knife, the duck is very simple. Using a lengthwise, then you can decorative better the blade. That's a big duck for one person. It's more than enough food. I have a policy in this restaurant that they say if anybody left with the hungry, then that it was enough for him, we give it one portion free. In the middle. There you go. Now put little garlic over here. Maybe some people like me, you like it, garlic in there. Okie dokie. Now you put a little touch of honey to blend it up. Because of the acidity of the wine is still there, so it balances very well the sauce. Yes, you see? Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I say you can start like that. Never cover your meat all together. Perhaps you should send some sauce in a separate sauce boat to your table. This is a poached pear, simple poached pear, and now what we'll do is a liquid to poach the pear. 1 water. Wine. I use a house wine. They have a beautiful one from that. Then use a half cup of sugar. These are 3 parts. We make a little syrup. Then a peel of a lemon, a peel of an orange, and 1 lima bean. I mean, no lima bean. I mean vanilla bean. Poach it up. Let it cook first. We poach, make the pear, cut on the bottom because it will be standing up. Now, this pear will be poached with stuffed with the ice cream, any kind of ice cream. So we need to make a hole, take the seeds out. So we need to make kind of the space to stuff the pear. Let me show you. Now, it's clean, poached like that.
Poaching time depends on the ripeness of your
put it
pears,
there.
but 10 or 15 minutes is a correct mid-time.
Again, cover up. No,
The pears are then dried before presentation.
No. Okay, a chocolate sauce.
The chocolate sauce is 1 part butter melted to 4 parts each of cocoa, sugar, and cream.
On the center. Now what I try to do now, take the pear and stuff with the ice cream. Any kind of ice cream be alright. This time we use almonds, hazelnut almonds, almonds ice cream. It's one of the ice cream. For example, we use it in the dining room. Now the trick over here is make it 2 colors. Is to take the pear, pull it out halfway. That's how it come up. Now you pick up from the tail over here. Dip it in your sugar, in your caramel, and that you have a 2 combination beautifully. Pick up and that over there, right in the middle.
The top half of the pear has been dipped in strained raspberry puree and the bottom in a caramel sauce.
And now make any decoration you might want.
The chef finishes dessert by piping melted white chocolate onto the dark chocolate.
Okay? Now, this is make a little chocolate leaves. No. This is your dessert.
Chef Sodalino recommends a rosé champagne with the salmon, Sauvignon Blanc with the mousse, a Chardonnay with the lobster and salad, a Cabernet Sauvignon with the duck, and Riesling or Champagne with the pears.
And now, dinner is served. Join us next time for more cooking excitement. This menu compliments of Ombria and Gabino Sotolino, another great chef of Chicago.
You'll always find them in Chicagoland. You'll learn all their tricks. You'll understand why eating is kicks in Chicagoland. Come wine and dine where love began. Great chefs, great food, great fun in Chicagoland. Yeah, Chicagoland.